Am I wasting my time or am I wasting your time? But you have the option to watch whether or not. Ooh, Diet Coke. Brought to you by Diet Coke, the drink of psychopaths. Did you know that most psychopaths drink Coca-Cola? It's a well-known fact. Every CEO in America drinks Coca-Cola. Look at clips of them like giving talks and whatever. They all have a can of Diet Coke next to them that they drink. Diet Coke has special properties to make you insanely rich and crazy. Anyway, what do you care? Anyway, I'm here. I just spackled my studio space, well, the gallery part at least, and so I'm just waiting for the spackle to dry, which is like fascinating that this is going to be dedicated to. If you're watching this video, you can help me pass the time waiting for spackle to dry before I can paint over it again. It's only going to take about 3 to 6 hours, depending on humidity levels and temperature, which at this point I don't even know what the hell that means. So I'm just going to cut it to, yeah, but by the time it dries, it's going to be dark up here. So yeah, that's going to be fun. And then I'm going to have to turn the lights on. Anyway, wow, this is tremendously boring. But look at the view. Look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move to the side. The freedom to make art in America. I am tired today. I was out late last night. I did not drink. I had non-alcoholic beer. I met some interesting people. But yeah, you know, the whole art scene, whoop-de-doo. You know, I know to you it might sound very exciting and interesting. The problem with all of it is it's like you can, what did Bukowski once say? Once the critics and people like you, you pretty much you turn into a turd and you could float you down a river. And that's the thing. Uh, Once you believe your own propaganda, and once people pump you up with bullshit, you're pretty much finished. So, and then you buy into the whole, and then you buy into the bullshit, and you know, if you're thinking like there's going to be women around and money, I don't know. I don't know what people are expecting. You know, some people, you know, everyone is at a different tier, every different stage in their career. But in the end, everyone wants the same thing. I don't. I think I've explained that. Um, I'm more into like anti-success, which is like very funny to most people because it's like, what are you talking about? Talking about like the fact that and I repeat myself usually. So one episode as good as the other is that either way, I'm not going to enjoy it. It's just all the money, all the time is going to go right back into the work. Um, all of it is lost on me. There is nothing that I can. There's nothing I want. And you know, I was like looking like who else was kind of like that, and I realized Benny Hill, the comedian, the English comedian, who I loved as a kid, and my parents adored because you know he always had easy to digest jokes and a lot of a lot of tits, and hot women on the show. And then some people were making fun of him because you know, because you know he was famous and he had a considerable amount of money, and the guy had like just a 2 bedroom apartment, basic stuff, a basic bed. Had I think I don't think he took the bus, but you know just had like one car. Nothing spectacular to like not like a mansion, no like multiple cars, stuff like that, and and people made fun of him for that. They were like, how can this guy, who's like one of the most popular comedians in all of the world, especially in England, uh, made good money, was in TV for like 30 plus years. I mean, he had a crazy career. He was always on TV. As soon as he got on TV, he was on TV. Made good money, was in movies, and then he lived so simply. Like even his own apartment had like nothing really in it. Like basic bed, TV. He drank tea and had like a wooden chair and a table. And he almost lived like some guy that was like low income middle class guy. And somebody asked him like, well, wait, what's the deal? Like, I think they wanted to do like a lifestyles of the rich and famous on him, and they realized like he's got nothing, and he had it all in the bank. And he's like, and I'm paraphrasing here, but you'll get the point very quickly. He's like, I only could drive one car at a time. Then why would I need more than one car? I can only be in one room at a time. Why would I need more than one room? And then you get the point. Like, why would I need more than one chair if I only could sit in one chair? Like, and then, yeah. And and then people laughed because they thought that he was putting them on, like, what? And he's like, yeah, well, it's the same thing. As much as as I'd like to have multiple women at the same time, I only have one penis. I mean, that's it. If I had two, that'd be great. Um, I'd probably need a lot of protein. I'd be probably hungry. It's a lot to eat to have that much protein. But yeah, you only could. It's one hole at a time, guys. Two girls, five girls. You only got one dick. You got only one ass to sit on. Two eyes to see in one direction. Uh, Maybe that's a little weird. Anyway, but yeah, you can only sleep in one bed. You can only drive one car at a time. Wear one suit at a time, and that is the whole idea of just everything being tempered. And like, it's not sexy, not at all. I'm making all of this very, very unsexy, in terms of like what it all means, because you learn from. I mean, and this guy was an ultimate success. If you can't subscribe to the guy that really made the world laugh and really have, and he had staying power for many decades, and you look at his life, then you see like, okay, he didn't OD, he didn't, he was just, he ate food, and the same thing he said, like, one meal at a time, one drink at a time. He only had one mouth, like, he went, like I said, on, and he didn't make, obviously anything appealing, but he did the work. And the work was very funny and very good. I love watching Benny Hill. It's better than anything out now. It's by any stretch of the imagination. Everybody's so, bent out of a shape because, a girl exposes her boobs and runs around in heels and in lingerie. That's great. That's entertainment. Most women are pretty, and running around half naked is great. I don't know why they're so like, if I had a body like a woman, I wouldn't leave the house. I'd be just rubbing myself all day, seriously. But I guess that's what I was trying to get at, that being around more of these people, being around more of this like stuff, and everyone having a good time and a good laugh, which is fine. I don't deny that to anyone. If you want to have some laughs, dance around, do whatever, that's perfectly fine. But in terms of I could have waited for that. That in the end, no matter how big your house is, no matter how many cars you have, no how many women you want or whatever, it's only going to be one at a time. And then, like everything else in your life that you acquire, it's going to collect dust. And then it's either going to be auctioned off or thrown in the trash. Your whole life is going to end up in a dumpster. You know who's going to benefit? The people that rife through it and sell it on eBay. And that's that. You're nothing but a future eBay. You're nothing but an auction. It's just your lifetime is another pile in the great garbage dump of existence. So I hope you know that. But anyway, you don't have to listen to me. Why? I'm no fun. I'm no fun anymore. Okay.